Good morning, everyone. Hey, good morning, team. So, if you can confirm audio through the chat option. Thank you. So, few people has been confirmed, audio has been clear. Thank you for the confirmation. So, let's start the training event. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, everyone. Welcome to AZ 801 Configuring Windows Server Hybrid Advanced Service technical event. My name is Robin. I'll be driving this program. So along with me, I have Surak and Fatima also has been available to assist on this training event. I hope presentation also it's been visible and audio also it's been crystal clear. Thank you. Surak, we can start the session, right?
Yes, we can go ahead. I think,
Yeah.
yeah.
Thank you, Surak. So I'll start with the intro about this technical event. So how this has been planned and what is the purpose of this event, then how it's been scheduled, all the details we'll discuss first. Now, this technical event program is called AZA01. It's in a continuation of AZ800 program. Last week, we had a technical event we have been organized on Microsoft Azure AZ800 program. So Rafiq is saying he's facing some issue with the network. Rafiq, look like it's an issue with your side. Rafiq, please rejoin because I can see the almost everyone has been confirmed. There is a crystal clear audio and able to hear us. So let me wait few instructions on the chat in case anyone is not able to do. Okay. Now this event has been a continuation of our AZ Azure cloud enablement sessions. Last couple of months, we are organizing this free event to ensure that almost everyone has been able to upgrade their skill on the Microsoft Azure. So we've been closely working with the Microsoft and we are organizing this kind of events. Surag will be sharing a Discord link. Surag, if you can help me to share that Discord link on the chat, Facebook and the Discord link. So I request everyone to subscribe that. So you'll be getting all the latest training and notifications and materials and resources on this one. So right now you can able to see there is a Discord link is been pasted. Please ensure that you are following this page and following this Facebook page. And every week we'll have a similar kind of event is been organized. Please share among your friends and office circle as well. So this help us to enable our surroundings and friends also has been enabled with the latest skill on the Microsoft Azure. So this attendance link will be sharing on the chat very soon and feedback link as well and other materials also will be circulating through the Discord and so they will be circulating through the repository that one. Now today's technical discussion is around a program called AZ801. So this is going to be 2.5 hours of technical event. In between our breaks also will be the so this will be continuing from Monday to Friday. Next 5 days we'll be interacting each other and so we are looking for a more practical oriented case study scenarios and live interactive session. So we need support from your side as well. So we have a large audience is being joined here. So it's been very difficult for us to give a mic permission to everyone. So just to ensure that the session is needs to be broadcasted in a proper way. So that the reason we are using only the chat option for taking a Q&A. So if you have any questions, if you are related to this Microsoft Azure, we are happy to help you, happy to support you. So in case if you have any question, request you to use the chat option because we have a large audience it's been started. So passing a mic to everyone, we won't get enough time. So that's the reason we thought of like this time we'll go for a chat option. So in case if you have any question related to Microsoft Azure or anything related to Azure, you can post it on the chat. So we'll pick all the questions and we'll ensure that all the questions will be answered during the session. Now, today's session it's been yeah, for us a problem. We have a multiple way. Yes. Thank you, Sachin. Thanks for understanding that. Now, today's been a pretty much simple and a flexible day for us. So we'll be starting with the basic topics, and tomorrow onwards, we'll be more into the practical side of this session. So today will be more, we are focusing on the recap because last couple of months, we all of us are working on a cloud, couple of training programs we are done on AZ900, 305, 500, then we have done a program on AZ700 and 800 also. So today we'll be focusing more on whatever we studied in the last couple of sessions, and we'll be starting with AZ801. So let's start with where should you learn a cloud first, then we'll try to understand about AZ801 where you need to start the self-study and what is the right roadmap for you, and we'll try to cover about cloud certifications and roadmap and which path you need to take in case because few people may in the batch may be attending maybe the first program, so that the reason we thought of like taking all your general questions and try to give you some idea about how the certifications are planned on in a Microsoft Azure. So that is the general idea about this program. About me, my name is Robi. I'm working as a cloud architect and a Microsoft certified trainer since 2007 onwards. I do Microsoft training programs based out of India and holding almost all certifications on a Microsoft Cloud and working on in a multi-cloud. So having almost 16 plus years of experience, started my journey with Windows Server NT, then we moved on Windows Server 2003, then 2008, then worked on Hyper-V and VMware virtualizations, and last couple of years I'm working on in a multi-cloud. Multi-cloud means Microsoft Azure, Google Cloud, and AWS side. So mostly I'm working on the Azure side of this, but in a larger production scenarios, we may have to work with other cloud service provider also. So completely a Microsoft person. It's been working last 16 plus years on the Microsoft products and the Microsoft training deliveries. So that's about a small intro about me, and I need your information also. If you can type, you can give your introduction about yourself on the chat window, like your good name and from where you've been connected, and your experience on in a Microsoft Azure. Have you attended any training programs in the past? And is it the first program you're attending, or your knowledge on Azure side? And the country you've been connected also. If you can take next couple of minutes for this intro, it will it's been help for us to identify like which platform most of the participants have been connected. So that help us me for to delivering the sessions. So like whenever I'm giving a case studies or a scenario, I can able to connect with your job role as well. Yeah. Thank you, Sachin. Sachin has been pasted his link. Yeah, thank you, Sachin. John is from a student background. Okay. So John's been you attending the first program or have you attended any other program in the past? Sachin, if you can, yeah. Sachin, if you can type your information, your exposure on the cloud also, that will be well and good. So along with your intro, if you can type your Azure experience, have you attended any program in the past? So that will help us also. Sri Lanka, so if you can on Azure, Udemy courses and MS Live. Okay, I'm trying to explore cloud. Okay, I'm just noting all your informations. Nepal working as a Azure administrator, AD only. So we have a Active Directory expert. Nestor, good morning. So I think you're working on a MS365 products. That's good to know. Attendance will be posting soon, Mr. Asif. So we'll be posting soon that. Once the intro session is over, we'll be sharing that. Yeah, same started with Windows NT, so license effects. So very senior person, Sachi, right? So I think we have started the journey. I think almost in the same year. Like so we are getting age, Sachi. So I think only few people may be knowing like Windows NT commands and MS DOS and all, right? It's the olden days. It's a good days. Like still I remember like loading drivers on the novel netware and maybe Sachi may be remembering these things. With the floppy disk and all, it's been loading the drivers and all. So that was a good time. Okay. I'm just copying rest of the members details also. Hemir is from Sri Lanka. Okay. Uh, Beginner. Okay. 8 years of experience on the Microsoft solution. Okay. So thank you. Thank you. Okay. Having attendance forms. Yes, we will be posting once the intro session has been over. We'll be sharing the attendance link on the chat, so we don't want anyone to miss that. Yeah, we'll be posting that attendance link. Okay. Right now, let's finish the intro part. Then we'll be moving to the attendance portion. So we have Prakash from Malaysia. Okay, Ayush from yes, my first sessions. So let's wait rest of the members also to post it. Okay, so I think almost everyone has been registered. Myself, Sagar is from Bangladesh. Okay, Himal, if you can paste your Azure experience, also has been good and good. Thank you, John. Yes. So Sachin has been working on the Office 365. Now it's been MS 365. First time joining. So request everyone to follow the Discord link. So every week we have a similar kind of event it's been planned on a different Microsoft products. So it can be on a Power BI or it can be on Azure or architects and networking and all the platform, all the skill set, all the verticals we are arranging or organizing this similar kind of events. So for getting a notifications or updates or a course material, follow the Discord link on the Facebook and Discord web also. So thank you, team. It's almost everyone it's been responded on the chat, so it's been nice. It's like so we have a uh, people or students has been connected from the different parts of the world. So happy to connect again. So yeah, so we have a few new members and we have a few old members also. So like it's been a professional community has been growing day by day. So we have John and many people has been interacting after I think two or second time. So yeah, good. Now that's about intro part. So attendance link will be it's been shared already on the chat. So about the class hours, about the program. This program is basically focused on the advanced part of the Azure sessions because it's in a continuation of Microsoft Azure events which we've been organizing the last couple of months. We covered different certifications and training program. I'll spend few times on the certification part also because we have a few new people who's been joined here. So just want to do a recap of that. So this will be helpful for all the members here. Now class hours, it's been scheduled into 9:30 to 9:30 to 12:30. It's almost a 3 hours of a session, and time is we are not we are ready to extend in case if you have any questions or a concern or a doubt. If you're we are happy to extend also. So the program time we have been set in been like 9:30 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. at 12:30 a.m. IST. um, we have a people being character from different parts of the world. It's like Bangladesh, Nepal, Malaysia. So I request you to convert from IST to your time zone. So the same webinar link daily you can use it. So I request you to bookmark this link. So it's been easy for you to connect it daily. So let me repaste that link on the chat. So daily the same link you can able to use it. So the same link you can able to use it. So class hours is 3 hours, and in between we have breaks also will be available. It's all based on the if all of us are feeling like yes, we need to take some break or some discussion needs, some debate is needed, we can do that. Now rest all it's been like all of us here are professionals, so I don't think so we need to do any kind of a detailed explanation about internet or restrooms because it's not a classroom, it's an online. So in case if you are getting some escalation from your office or some email if you want to respond or some additional or you want to jump into another call, so you can carry on, so you can just put a message on the chat, so at least we'll ensure that you are away, and so whenever if there is any important information you want to pose it, so it's easy for us also to find out who has been left from the event. So we don't want anyone to miss anyone with the important communication. That's about the overall questions about this program. Now, this is the few couple of points from our side. This is from our experience. We thought of putting this on your table because all of us already understood it's been Assure, or it's like if you're taking any cloud service provider, this has been always hosting 100 plus services, so it's been very difficult for us to remember each and every services. So whenever you're attending a session, so whenever you're doing a lab, you or generally including me also will think, hey, this is very easy service, we need to just press next to next. But after some time, if you're trying to relaunch, or if if you're trying to attend this program, it's been very difficult for you um, to remember this kind of a session. So better whenever you're coming for this kind of a program, or if you're whenever you're attending today's program, also I request you to take a notebook or one note, and whatever points we are discussing, you can just note it on in a paper or a notepad. So that will be easy for you to refer in the future. Like if you are trying to configure something, this note will be helpful for you. One second. Now that's about the course and the training part. It's been and so this is the way it's been session has been planned. Now let's come back to this our approach. The training event it's been planned for this one. It's been with a presentation. So as I said, the program name is AZ 801 training program. So basically, we talks about the advanced hybrid administration kind of uh, uh, mode of delivery is here. One, it's been like we'll have a detailed presentation will be available. The same presentation or the will be shared with you. Second one, it's been like what was sessions we are covering. That's been we been divided as a kind of a chapters or a modules. So each module like end of the theory or a debate or a discussion. So more we are taking like it's been a case studies or it's in a scenario based session. So end of the each sessions, I'll ensure that we'll be doing a practical demo also of the same thing. So it's been easy for you to understand how this has been practically we can able to do it on in your side. Then I'll try to use it a whiteboard also so that be easy for to understand the topic or a case studies or a scenarios also. So because right now we've been connected virtually, so I'll try to use it a whiteboard so it's been easy for you also to follow it. Now, in between, I'm planning to have a couple of assessment also. This assessment, it's like a three kind of assessment generally we are doing. One, it's the pre-training assessment. Second one, it's been um, post-training assessment, and in between the module assessment also we are planning. Now, this take this sessions or even it's a kind of a learning opportunity and make sure that you're not thinking like hey this is some rocket science it's the first time I'm attending so I don't have any base knowledge or it's been very difficult for to follow this one. Don't worry about we are happy to help you in case if you're first time if you're attending or if you're from a student's background or if you're new to cloud we are happy to help you on that so nothing to worry about that. Okay, so we are happy to help you. If you have any questions, we are ready to extend the sessions. We are ready to explain it multiple times. We are not hesitating to do all these things. Okay. So if you need any help, always here to help you. So post it all the questions on the chat. And now if you are thinking like, no, there's some critical topics need to be covered, happy to do that. Now enjoy the session. So wish you a great career and wish you all the best on in the cloud platform. Now, before moving to the cloud part, so thought of taking some old general queries. So during the sessions, we can avoid all that general queries. The one or two queries I've been received it on the attendance sheet. So attendance sheet is been shared on the chat window. So as I said, it's a 5 days training program. You don't need to mark attendance every day. It's only one day so you need to mark it, but make sure that daily you are attending the session because if you want to get a certificate on this, you need to attend all the 5 days program. So ensure that all the 5 days you are attending this one. So the attendance link we have been posted on this one. Now, if you have any other questions, can you post it on the chat? General questions, okay? Not on the AZ801 right away. Right away, if you have any other general questions, next 1 or 2 minutes so we can spend on that. So during the session, we can avoid all these repeated kind of questions and we can focus more on the technical side of the event. Any general question from anyone? If you're good, can you comment it on a chat? Do we have a hands-on lab during the session? Adrian, I hope you have created a Microsoft free account. Uh, I hope all of us having a Microsoft account has been available with you. Can you comment it on the chat? Have you created a Microsoft account or do you need any support for doing that? Can you comment it on the chat window? All the members, it's been like almost 250 plus members yet. So if you can help me to get this information, can you comment it on the chat? Do you have any Microsoft account has been available or are you looking for any kind of help on creating that? Pooja has been pasted, she's been created. Stephen also has been saying like it's good. Okay. Recorder sessions we have Harindu. So we have a recorder. uh, the session is being recorded, and this will be uploaded on in the Discord link. So this can be referred in the future also if you need any help. Yes, Sachin saying like he's a partner account. Sachin, I request you to use a free account rather than using your official account, because whenever you are doing any lab, even a single or a small mistake can lead to a lot of outage in the your infrastructure. So I prefer you to use a free account, because in case if you're making a small mistake, that can impact your organization. So better, from my experience and as a mentor or as a trainer, I'll suggest you to use a free account or a separate account rather than using an official one for a learning and a lab purpose. So what they saying like he got an account available, that's good. Now MS account has been available for Arush. Zairul is saying like yes, he's created that. Okay, good. I have a question. Will the remaining session station? No, we'll be focusing more on AZ 801. So we'll be focusing more on the 801 on. Now we have a similar kind of the same similar kind of event will be coming on the next weeks and next months as well. Whatever program we have done in the past, same questions, some couple of commonly asked or requested uh, training will be re-hosting that. Also, we are planning to do that. Now, in the feedback form, we'll be sharing. So, whatever training you're looking, you can post it or it can be share it on the feedback form. So that will help us to understand what is the kind of a program as a student or a candidate or you are expecting. So based on that, we can organize this more events on that. Not having a Azure account, okay, Azure personal account, yes, Azure free account. Where can I find attendance sheet? Yes, Sibir, it's been pasted on the chat once again. There is attendance link. Yes, I would like to request if you can available Ashok Pass to newcomers and students. Sachin, Ashok Pass, it's been tough to generate right away. So previously in the past we've been provided, but right now it's been very difficult for us also to provide a large volume of Ashok Pass. So we have to go for a free account. Future, we work on this. We are taking your feedback, and future if we can help us on that part, we are happy to do that. So Sachin's feedback we have been noted, and probably in the future we'll be able to come with the same kind of this one. Do you have any program even for, yes, Max, you can send that feedback. Yes, we have been completed one program on AZ 900. We are planning to launch one more program on that. No, presentation has been not moving. I'm right away taking all the general questions. So during the sessions, we can avoid all the repeated questions or general questions, and we can focus more on that. So we'll not divert on that. Attendance link has been already posted on the chat window. Okay, now I hope all the general question is being answered, and you're good with that. So okay, I hope I can move to the next portion of this one, right? Yes. Now, since we have a few new members is being joined, so I'll spend some 30 minutes on the certification part and the general discussion of the account creation, and then I'll be moving on the 801. Now, Sibir is asking, what is the validity of Microsoft free account? Sibir is generally you have a uh, validity of 30 days. It's been 30 days and $200 validity you have. So 30 days, Microsoft is giving $200 worth. So with the help of that, you will be able to use all the Microsoft Azure resource on this one. For creating a free account, you need to have a valid debit card or a credit card and a valid mobile number also. It's required. Now, Muhammad is asking it's a different question, like saying that, hey, is it possible to switch on the video? Muhammad, right away, it's been not possible for that because it's our large audience. Is it? So if you, in case if you are broadcasting through the uh, video that's been disturbing the India broadcast, because in the past we were doing on in a video, and many times we've been faced a lot of network issues. That the reason we suggested we we have been used for audio based sessions. Yes, we are trying to share all the slides for you, so we'll be sharing you very soon that. Yes, there are few services only, Sachin, not all the services, but if you want to use a lab as a cloud administrator point, if you want to do that, that's free services are not sufficient for this. Yes, the sessions will be uploaded in the Discord link. So once the session is been over, the same event recording will be uploaded on the Microsoft in the Discord link, so you can use that. This will be uploaded in the Discord YouTube link. Yeah, it will be uploaded on the Discord portal only. We are not uploading directly on the YouTube. This all training event, resource material, and the sessions and repository, everything has been tagged with the Discord only. Yeah, we are happy to share that. It's already been shared on in the chat. Let uh, we'll share once again the Discord link. So that if you can help me to pause that Discord link again once again. So it's been yes. Now the first portion of the session, so we are trying to understand about Microsoft certifications overview, because many of the members here it's been joined it's the first time. So let's try to understand what are the certifications currently it's been available from the Microsoft, and what is the right roadmap for you for taking a certification on the Microsoft side. And we'll have some detailed discussion on the 801 as well. Now the old session, it's been connecting, it's been interactive on in the 801 program. This is my mistake. I mean, there is some typo happened. So it's been the session's objective. It's been more focusing on the continuation of 800 program. This program name is 801. So all the study materials, links, resource, and exam topics, everything will be shared very soon. Now, let me start with a simple questions, or it's been already be understood in a couple of sessions. Like all of us are decided like we'll go for a 801 technical event, or will be decided like you are start your journey on in a Microsoft Cloud uh, due to some couple of reasons, right? Uh, One reason is like all of us already understood from the last couple of events. It's like there is a lot of demand, or a huge demand we have available on in a Microsoft cloud side. Then obviously like if the business or the India market is been moving on in a cloud, obviously you'll have a lot of job opportunities be available on your side. So that the reason all of us has been decided like it's the time for us to switch into the cloud side. Now this all discussion is so all these points has been discussed in the AZ 900 and 104 program. So we understood almost all these surveys reports. Like we already understood like the Indian market, or it's been moving to the cloud side. Now as an individual, or as a employee, or as a resource, there is a lot of job opportunities been coming for us. One option has been like wherever you're currently it's been working, you are getting a chance to move to a different road or a better road that will give you a career growth for you. Now, additional to that, from an organization point of view, if you're seeing like right now, if you're taking any competency analysis, if you're taking out any organization generally, or currently they're having only 60 to 38 percentage of the employees only it's having a upgraded or it's been updated with the cloud knowledge. So obviously there is a lot of a skill gap we have currently. So we need to ensure that all the employees, all the resources been upgraded with this competency. That's the reason we are taking this kind of initiative. Uh, we are coming with enabling people with a cloud platform. So that's the reason we are closely with working with the Microsoft, trying to uh, help the people into update the knowledge on the cloud side. Now, YouTube link and Discord link has been already shared on the chat. Now, all of us we already understood when it is coming on a Microsoft cloud side. It's been almost at 22 now. It's been market has been moving around 30 plus. It's been the percentage. It's been holding by the Microsoft. You maybe read day before yesterday Gartner report came. Microsoft has been leading on in the cloud side. Now, there are many vendors is available in the market who is been providing this cloud technology. Now, in case if you are going for purchasing a mobile, you may be having many vendors is available, like you have a Realme or a Redmi or your iPhone or a different brands are available. Same thing, it's been available on in the cloud side, in the car or other vendor side as well. Now, when it is coming on in a cloud side, we already understood there are many vendors who's been providing this cloud solution to you, that generally known as a CSP. Can you just comment it on in the chat window? What do you mean by CSP? Any idea? Have you heard about a terminology called CSP? Can you comment it on in a chat? So what do you mean by CSP? Any idea, anyone? Can you comment it on in the chat window? Yes, Sachin has been mentioning. It's been like a cloud service provider. Exactly. So I got not a comma separated value that is in a different this one. I'm talking about in a IT infrastructure one. Yes, it's a cloud service provider. This is I think someone is been trying for a copy. No, there is no copying job, but it's okay. So CSP stands for cloud service provider. This is basically like the vendor or the company who has been providing a solution, or it's been the cloud solution that's generally known as a CSP. That's called cloud service provider. Uh, if you're looking to the market, there are many vendors has been available on, or it's been providing cloud services to us. Uh, Microsoft is our core technology. Microsoft has been came with a technology called Microsoft Azure, and right now the AZ801 program we are doing on in a Microsoft Azure side. So after this session, I'll tell you what are the points, what are the areas we are covering on in a 801. Then we have a other couple of available products available in the market. That's called Amazon. You maybe heard about a product called AWS, the cloud product available from a Microsoft from the Amazon that's known as AWS. Similar kind of a product. It's been available from a cloud also, on the Google Cloud also. That's called GCP. That's called Google Cloud Platform. Now, Harindu's been saying like a screen is not visible. uh, I have uploaded and I have shared uh, a presentation. Can anyone confirm it on the chat? Because in my secondary and the third monitor and the backup monitor, I can see this presentation is invisible. Or is it only for me, or all the members are able to see my presentation? Screen is visible. So Harindu, then because we got a couple of a confirmation on the chat, it's been visible. So Harindu, look like it's an issue with your teams. If you can just reconnect and your team, this issue may be resolved. So yeah, yes, exactly, Said. Yes. So look like it's an issue with the ISA teams, because sometimes this may happen like a teams got crashed and this kind of. So better you can just reconnect that issue will be resolved. Okay, let's come back to the topic. Right now we have been diverted from a area like we were discussing about how cloud is been organized and where is your AZ A0 one program is been coming. So in the last couple of a session, I'm just doing a recap. Um, we understood there are many vendors is available in the market who is been providing this cloud solution. So the cloud product available from a Microsoft, that's known as a Microsoft Azure, and the cloud product available from a Amazon, that's called AWS, and we have a cloud product available from a Google, that's called GCP also. And it's not that only GCP or a Microsoft or Amazon is available. No, we have a lot of other players and vendors also available in the market who is been providing the similar kind of a solution to you. You maybe heard about Alibaba or HP or a Rackspace or a Red Hat or a Oracle or a Adobe or a Salesforce. There are many vendors been available, but if you are compared to Microsoft or a Google or Amazon, the percentage or the market share maybe it's been less. So we have a different vendors available in the market who is been providing this one. So technically speaking, the vendor who is been providing this solution, generally this is known as a cloud service provider, or generally this is known as a it's called CSP. I hope you're comfortable with this term CSP. I'm just pausing here in case if you have any general question related to the cloud side. So happy to answer that. And if you're good, we can move to the certification side. So right now, end of the event or end of the slide, you need to understand there are many vendors available in the market who has been providing the solution. Now, one point you can remember here or you can keep in your mind, almost all the vendors are providing a free account. They are saying like, hey, Robin, come and uh, log into Microsoft Cloud. I'm giving a free account to you. So this basically they are giving because all the vendors or the business or the CSP want to explore the product. So that will help us to evaluate whether that product is being compatible with the infrastructure. I'm just giving a scenario similar like whenever you're going for purchasing a car or a bike, generally we'll go for a test drive, right? A similar way for doing a test drive here, all the vendors are giving a free account, so you can able to create a free account. With the help of that, you can able to evaluate or you can explore the product. You can do an analysis whether that cloud service solution is been compatible with your application or your IT infrastructure. If you're happy and if you're comfortable and if that solution is been suiting to your requirement, then you can go for a upgrade or you can convert or you can do a lift and shift. That's the right term you can able to use in a cloud side, that called lift and shift. So I'm just pausing here for taking a question Q&A from everyone. So if you can good and if you're comfortable, if you can post it on the chat. Uh, if you're good, we can just put a single comment on the chat. Happy to move to the next slide. And if you have any questions, please shoot it on the chat window. Yes, good. Thank you, Razif. Razif is saying like is okay with this topic. It's okay. Any other members or it's like any questions from anyone? Thank you. So only few people has been commented on this one. I think I can see like a few people still it's on the weekend hangover. So it's Monday. I know it's been busy day. Yeah, is there any sync of the program that can directly upload into the cloud? Christian, can you rephrase your questions? I'm not clear about your questions about what you want to upload it on in a cloud. Christian, if you can elaborate your question, that's been good. Um, my name is Robbie, so I'll share my LinkedIn and other details. So right now you can follow the Discord link. Change the schedule to off or to office hours. So highly recommended to change the schedule to off office hours. Ahmad, so we are taken your point. because off hours generally people want, because we tried this in the past, because off hours like people will spend their time with the families and the personal time, so we have only less number of the participants or people have shown the interest. That's the reason it's been changed to the normal or flexible time, because we had some surveys in the past. So based on the people or a majority of the people opinion, we have been set this time schedule. Anyway, we have taken your feedback, and we'll see like what we can do in the on the future sessions. Yes, we have option to automate the file for uploading this one, like OneDrive for a Microsoft to other you can direct. Yes, that's generally known as a Christian code SaaS solutions. We have an option for a OneDrive kind of thing, that's generally known as a SaaS solution. Yes, attendance sheet is already pasted this one. So yes, so Ahmad, your feedback will be taken, and we'll see what we can do it on that part. Okay, we'll try to do some off hour sessions. We can do that. We'll try to do all that possibilities of that. Okay, so that's about the cloud part. I think we are good, and almost majority of the people is been confirmed on the chat window also. Now, right away, we are working on in a AZ801 session. It's like right now we've been decided like, even though we have many cloud service providers available in the market, uh, we decided to go ahead with Microsoft Azure. Now, let's try to understand on the Microsoft certification side. Now I can see there is many new members is being joined here. So that the reason I thought like we'll spend some time on the certification part that will help you to understand which certification is being sued, and 801 for writing 801, how you need to start your journey. Now coming to Microsoft training and certification platform or a path, based on the job role, Microsoft has been released different certifications and trainings, rather than it's going and doing everything on this one and mastering everything instead of trying to master in everything. Microsoft is saying like, hey, it's based, Robin, based on your area, based on your job role, start working on this and focus on that. So that's the reason Microsoft has been released different certifications and learning program. If you are from a system administrator background, Microsoft is having Azure Administrator program, and if you are from a design or an architect side, you have a Azure Solution Architect program. We have then we have a developer program. Basically, like if you're working on a database like SQL or Oracle database or a database management, you can go for the Azure Developer exam. Now DevOps is we have, and there is a many special programs is been available from Microsoft, especially like if you're working on a desktop administrator, you have a MD100 or 101 program, and you have a 365 program. Right now you maybe heard about a latest of you have a latest program is called Microsoft 365, because previously we were using a MS Office in the office, Microsoft Excel and PowerPoint and Word. Now this is being moved into a SaaS solution. It's called MS 365, because along with your MS Office, this is coming with a couple of collaboration tools and security products. So maybe you heard about a couple of collaboration products like Microsoft Teams. Today you are attending this program on in a Microsoft Teams. This is a 365 program product, not a program, it's been a product. And you maybe heard about Yammer or SharePoint, Exchange Online. You maybe heard about a security product called Windows Defender. So all these product is been included with a bundle, and that program or that product is known as Microsoft 365. So all that 365 products related training has been available with the Microsoft 365 certification. You can start your journey with the MS 900, then later or the final zone will be on the MS 500. So there is a couple of program Microsoft has been organizing on the MS 365 as well. Now, this is my advice to everyone here. So before going for any certification on AZ 800 or 801, first of all, you need to understand your job role. Then always I recommend you to complete a training and assessment on your side. So you need to ensure that you need to have a proper training you have been completing. Then after that you can go for assessment. So there is a lot of even or online courses is been available on the Discord link. You can follow that, and similar kind of the ILT or the instructor led program Discord is been organizing every month, so you can follow that. So in the next month, we have a couple of programs been coming on the AZ 500 and the 700 security products and architects side. So request you to follow the Discord link, so that will help you to attend this kind of similar events with a practical oriented or a case study scenario based events. And finally, you can go for a writing assessment also. Now, this program is AZ 801. Is as I said, it's been a continuation of fundamentals and associate. So right now I can able to see there is a couple of questions that's been posted on the chat. Kamal is asking, do I need to write AZ 800? Do I need to write AZ 900 or a 104 program? Now, coming to the 801 certification program, if you want to get the 801 certification, it's mandatory that you need to write another program also called Microsoft AZ 800. Now, few people may be wondering, what is this AZ 800 or what is AZ 801? I'm just taking you to a few years back. You maybe heard about a certification program like MCP, MCSA, MCITP kind of a programs, right? That time you maybe wrote a couple of exams like 70 to 70, 70 to 94, 70 to 91, similar kind of exam. Uh, Means if you want to write any exam on in a Microsoft, always this has been represented with the numbers, right? Now, similar way, you can able to see numbers from Microsoft also. Always the roadmap or the certifications are represented with AZ. If you're seeing any exam with AZ 900, any training course with the AZ, you can able to understand. This program or this event is been related to Microsoft Azure. So AZ stands for Azure. And if any program is related to Microsoft 365, a few minutes before I was discussing about a SaaS product called Microsoft 365, right? Microsoft 365. So any product like Teams or a SharePoint or Exchange, everything has been coming under a category of a Microsoft 365. All Microsoft related 365 related certifications are represented with MS, MS 900, MS 500. Like this, you can able to see the numbers. Now, all the security related uh, exam numbers are represented with SC, SC 900, SC 200, SC 400, this kind of numbers you will be able to identify. Now, coming to Microsoft Azure side, today we are going to attend a program called Microsoft Hybrid Configure Microsoft Windows servers and hybrid advanced services. Now, for getting this certifications, this has been recently Microsoft has been announced. So the latest training program. This basically focusing on how to handle on-premises Windows servers or how to handle a IaaS Windows VMs. Because last couple of events we were talking about Azure management, designing, how to configure a cloud security side. Now, 800 and 801, Microsoft has been focusing more on the management of the virtual machines, whatever OS or whatever the storage or whatever components we are installing on top of your Azure, that management and the certification has been handled in the 800 and 801. Now, connecting to Kamal's question, for getting a 801, I you need to write AZ 800 plus 801. This is the two program you need to write. Only for this certification, it's mandatory that you need to write two purpose. Now, rest all program, it's been one certification is been sufficient. Now, if someone has been asking what is the right path for moving to 801, from my experience or as a trainer or as a mentor, I would suggest this is the right path for you. Always complete AZ 900. You may be able to see here, right? So you can able to see the AZ 900. So AZ 900 is the starting training or a fundamental program for any cloud. Whether you're working on a hybrid side or whether you're working on a DevOps side or architect side, as a trainer or as a cloud architect, always I recommend you to complete AZ 900 certification program because Once your foundation is strong and good, you can able to move to any side. This similar like when you're making a home, always we used to make sure that your foundation is always strong and always strong, right? Similar way, AZ900 is the program covering all the cloud terminologies, cloud concept, how NAST has been defined a cloud. Like you maybe heard about the terms like IaaS, PaaS, SaaS, difference between a public cloud or a private cloud or a hybrid cloud, and the way how the free account has been created, how we can able to do a portal management. All these points is been covered under AZ900. AZ900 is a one-day program. There is no lab or a practical is there. It's basically the people who's just or the students who's been started or cloud journey or someone wants to move to a cloud platform. Always recommended to complete AZ900 program. Now, if you want to get a handout, let me paste the handout link or the program link. So you can refer this link, which just now I pasted on in the chat. So this will give you a complete details about this AZ900. It's beautifully it's explained what are the points it's been or what are the agenda it's been covered. And the bottom, if you're coming, you'll be getting all the handout and other details. Once you completed AZ900 program, you can switch into or you can start your journey with the AZ104 program, because AZ900 has been covered a nutshell about this cloud program, and AZ104 it's been coming more into the administration part of this. So basically, a person who's been working on the management of a network or management of the system administration or a cloud management. Uh, Management means it can be a deployment or it's a provisioning. The right term generally we are using a cloud called provisioning and a decommissioning. If you are creating anything, that's the technical term generally we are using called provisioning. So provisioning and decommissioning of resources. Then it's been covered about configuration of this one, because we already understood there is 100 plus services or Microsoft has been hosting. Now, how we can able to configure that, what are the prerequisites we needed, how to configure that, what are the right or recommended path from a Microsoft, and the management and the monitoring part. So all these points has been covered on the AZ104 program. Basically, it's been covered all the Microsoft compute or a network or a monitoring or a storage account or a couple of a firewall product, all it's been included in the AZ104 program. Once it is completed, you can switch into AZ800 program, which you've been covered in the few days before. Then you can write today's exam that's called AZ801. This is the right path for you. And rather than jumping and writing the 801, I recommend you to complete this path. So if you're going through this path, your foundation will be strong and clear. And in case if you're not covering, because many times I've seen people like they maybe wrote architect exam or advanced certification, but whenever there is something needs to be configured, people may be in a kind of in a confused state. Hey, how to start this one? So many time I used to get a call from a participant saying that, hey, Robin, I'm sitting on in a firewall, but I'm not understanding how this has been configured. So this kind of this one. So, so there's a way it's been configured, and all these slides will be sharing you through soon. It's when the same kind of okay. What if I'm not going through the essay? Uh, no, Viraj. It's like you can go, you can write the exam. That's not an issue, Viraj. But the problem's been like, if you want to get a better understanding or a confidence, um, this is the path it's been suggesting for you, because you can write AZ 800 and 801 directly. Uh, Microsoft or myself is not denying that, but as a mentor side, I can say this is the right path, because because you are taking your personal time, appreciate that, and attend this program. Now, all these efforts we are putting to ensure that your competency has been upgrading, right? Because you need to get some kind of confidence on doing this cloud administrations or designing or architect. So if you're taking this path, this will enable you. So there is a suggestion from our side. This is the practical experience we are sharing to you. and there is no issue like you can go directly into 800 or 81. Okay, but this is the path you can able to. Okay. Now, wherever you're seeing a 900 on the path, you can able to go for, you can understand this basically cover the fundamental part. Now you can able to see there is a AI 900 is here. This is basically cover about artificial intelligence side. Artificial intelligence basic has been covered, and you can able to see a DP100. This basically covered about the uh, data fundamentals part. It's been covered. So wherever you are seeing a DP900, this is covering the data engineering part. Now, if you're from a person who's been covering on or has been working on in a Microsoft data fundamental part, you may be heard about database administrator or data engineering side. If you're working, then you can able to go for this one. Now, if you're from a cloud network side, if you're a person it's handled the routing or a network management, we suggest you to go for AZ900 after this event. So there is basically it talks about all the cloud network management like IP address or a schema or a routing protocols or routing or like a firewall configuration or a security side. All these points is being covered under AZ700 program. This path you can take after A01. And there is one more program recently Microsoft has been announced. That program name is known as AZ720. Basically, it's the troubleshooting one, troubleshooting the network side of this. It's been covered under the AZ720 program. Then, if you're from an architect side, after this 801, the next path you can able to go for AZ 305 program. Basically, this even talks about the designing and planning of your Azure solutions, like how IaaS needs to be created or how VM to be created on the Microsoft portal. It's been covered under the AZ 305. Previously, this certification uh, was represented with a different numbers. You maybe heard about a program called 303 and 304. This is got expired now. So now this only it's been coming with a 305 programs. Now, if you're from a VDA background, like a virtual desktop kind of a program, or it's the product if you're using in an organization, we recommend you to use a program called AZ104 140 program. Basically, like if you're configuring a shared pool or a hosting pool or a VDA solutions in your office, like if someone want to connect through a VDA solution, then basically it's been covered under AZ140 program. Now, I'm just posing here in case if you have any questions, then one more information for you. So like in case if you are from a security background, if you're a person doing the cloud security side, you can go for the AZ500 program. Is basically cover about the cloud security side. I'm just posing here. So in case if you have any question related to the Azure roadmap, uh, we can have a discussion about that. Yes, DP900, I'm just getting a question. So Kamal, I think you can refer this link. This basically cover, it's been given a beautiful details about what are the points or the agenda it's been covered under the DP901. This basically talks about data concept, like how the data is been saving or how storage is been exploring here, what are the different roles we have, all these points is been covered here. Basically, it's about the relational data. Basically, it's been a data engineering side, like a database management. It's been covered under the DP900. How the database object can be created, how SQL can be used here. All these points are covered under DP1. Basically, it talks about Azure SQL services. So you can refer that one. What is the best to do AZ900 or a DP900? Rashanda, you need to do both one. You need to cover 900 and DP100. DP100 is basically talks about the database side of this one, or the cloud basic has been basically covered under the AZ900 program. So my suggestion, Shanda, if you can complete AZ900 first, then go for the DP900 and go for the other programs. Now, Divi is asking AZ700, give me some details about this program. Ravi, this basically in a legacy or a traditional network, you may be heard about different network devices or a product like a Cisco or a Palo Alto or a different switch or a router products you may be seen on in a existing traditional legacy one. That time we were doing a CCNA or a CCNP or a CCA kind of a program, right? Basically, all the network device management we were doing with the help of either software based or hardware based. Now, mode of operation has been changed. The entire IT infrastructure has been moving to the cloud side. Now we are getting a lot of questions here. Now, entire infrastructure, the VM or a database or a SQL has been moved on in a cloud side. Who will be managing the network side of this one? Now, network side means that in the previously RJ45 cable was the we were connecting to hub or a switch or a router. We were configuring a OSPF or a RIP or a EJRP or a BGP kind of a routing protocol, right? Now this is been completely moved, and sometimes some customer place it's been working with a mode called hybrid mode also. Okay, it's not completely I can say, because there are some situation some customers may be still holding 20 percentage of their infrastructure in the cloud itself. That concept is basically known as 80-20 80-20 rule. So in case if you want to, or in case if there is any existing network is been available, so you maybe have to need to have a, some connectivity between existing data center or a data room into a cloud. So all these points is been Revi, it's been covered under the ASH 700. So always this program is been started with a concept of understanding what is a Azure virtual network. Now legacy network router or a switch, all this kind of a concept is been moving to a cloud side area. Is there any hardware is been available? How this virtually this network is been implemented? What are the components or devices are using the? How your IP address is been defined and it's been designed and it's been executed. You maybe heard about a concept of private IP address or a public IP address. How this private IP address or a public IP address is been configured, how your VMs or Microsoft Azure resources are getting IP address. Now you have a, some kind of a scenario like if you want to connect to a on-premises network, you have a, some kind of a scenario like you want to interact with the existing data center and data room. How securely we can do. You maybe heard about a concept of VPN, virtual private network, because all your traffic which has been going from Azure has been going through a secure channel. So how this VPN can be enabled. Now in a pandemic time, all of us are connected from a home. How from a office laptop to office network connectivity can be established, because you are using an internet. So whatever channel or a communication we are using, that needs to be secured. So we'll be discussing about a P2S kind of a VPNs, and all the network related components or its services are covered under AZ 700 program. I hope it's been cleared about this. Now if you want to get more details about this one, let me help you on that. So I think I have a link for, maybe if you can refer this link, this will be help you to understand all the course material. This one I just pasted the link on the chat window. Now Ravi's question is been again. Roshan, the question is already answered. Can I go for SE 900 from a AZ 900? Yes, you can go for that. Basically, SE 900 has been handling about the complaints or a vulnerability part, because attack or cyber attack and security management is one of the key areas almost all organizations are looking. So SE 900 is a course. Basically, it's been talks about the Microsoft security or a compliance or a security fundamentals part. So you can go for this one. So basically it talks about how the complaints can be achieved on in a Microsoft side, the basic concept about shared or a defense of depth. You maybe heard about a term called defense in depth or a zero trust model or encryption or a complaints concept. All these points are being covered under this one. So Jeff, I prefer you to go for AZ 900 first, then go for the SE 900. Then you can complete other SE series products like SE 200 or a 400 kind of a path. That may be the right path for you. Now, Adrian is asking, like, is it required to have a good experience in programming to take AZ 204 program? So basically, if you're taking a AZ204 program. That's basically about development path. So you can able to see you. This is the path for you. So you can complete AZ 900. Now, if you are getting a um, programming languages that been always it's been good because this basically a DevOps kind of a program. You can complete DevOps trainings like a Jenkins or there is a lot of tools available in the market, right? You maybe heard about a Docker or a Jenkins or a Git. So this kind of a program knowledge, if you have, always it's been good. Especially if you're working on a Microsoft side, I recommend you to complete Microsoft Windows PowerShell program. So that will help you to use it for making a lot of automations in your organization. So along with your AZ204, if you can complete Windows Power Learnings or a Jenkins or a Chef, or it's like a Kubernetes or it's a Puppet or Ansible kind of a knowledge, if you have, that always it's been good. AZ1 is 801. Pravas, I'm coming to that point. What are the agenda that's been covered under 801? I'm coming to that point. So Adrian, I hope your question has been answered and it's been clear. This Hamel, it's like you can follow the Discord link. You don't need to spend any money. Our program, it's been free, of course. You don't need to pay any money for that. Okay. So follow us and share that link to all your friends as well. So I think almost all programs we are covered here. I think we are good on the Azure roadmap, right? If you're good, we can take a 10 minutes break. And once you can back, we can complete or we can move to the rest of the topic. I have one more slide for you. This is about 365. I thought I'll give this information also to you because in the when you had a introduction, I have seen like a few members has been mentioned like they are working on a 365. So that's the reason I just quickly added this slide for you. Now, the members who's been working on a 365, make sure that this training or certifications you've been completing. So MS 900. Then you can go for other cloud product as well. So these are the other certification programs. Now, can we get an exam offer? That I'll check it with the coordinator. So is there any latest offer promo it's been going on? Let me check it and possible like before the sessions, I'll let you know on that part. Okay, so these are the few certification on 365. Now it's almost an hour now. You are so sitting on the same stretch. So let's take 10 minutes break and just refresh yourself and come back. So let's 10 minutes break. So let's 10 minutes break and we can be back. I hope all are back. Yes, it was a break time. Yes, thank you. If you're back, can you just comment it on a chat window? Okay. Now let me share you a couple of resources also to you. So like for preparing a Microsoft Cloud. So yeah, so few people have been commented. It's been back. Okay, good. Now I'm just pasted one Azure documentation link. This will give you a lot of information about Microsoft products, like latest products, and this will give you a lot of information about the tools and features it's been available from Microsoft. I just pasted a link on the chat window. So if you can bookmark this link, that's been good. There's a Microsoft documentation link, so you can just refer this one. This will help you to do a lot of self-study from your side. So if you can just connect to this link. So this is the documentation link, just pasted on the chat window. So if you want to just go for any documents related to Microsoft Cloud product, you can refer this link. I Let me share another link also. It's called Microsoft Learning Portals. So this will give you all the summary of the slides or the online training modules and the solutions. If you want to get it, you can get it from this link. So you can bookmark all this link in your browser. So this will be easy for you to uh, do a lot of self-study from your side itself. So Microsoft Learn Portal. So if you're selecting this Microsoft Learning Portal based on your certification. So right now you can able to see this has been pointing to a centralized Microsoft repository. And now in the left side, you can able to see a lot of options like a filtering tab you can able to see here. Now, if you're from a Azure side, you can select Azure. Then based on your job role, for example, like if you're from an administrator, you can select an administrator tab. So right side, this will give you all the uh, learning modules. So based on which product we are working and what is the type of administration we are doing. So if you are from a beginner or an advanced or an intermediate, you can able to do all that filtering on the left side. For example, like I am from a Microsoft infrastructure side. So I need to understand about a cloud computing and a networking. I can just select it. So right side is going to give a beautiful repository informations about these are the program. Here, Robin, you can complete for completing on a network side. Now, if you're selecting this one, this is the handout few years before Microsoft was giving a skill pipe kind of tools. So with the help of that, the handouts was providing. Right now, or for all the Microsoft certification, you can use this one. So you can just select it, the link and all the handout. It's been organized in a module wise and a chapter wise. And there is a couple of in training assessment also you can able to see here. You can select it here. So you can able to see there is a knowledge take and details also you can able to check it. You can able to see this handout. It's been organized in a beautiful way. So you can refer this to. Now I have another couple of links also it's been available for you. That's called Microsoft Azure Forum. Now after this training program or after the Azure training certifications, you've been started working on in a cloud infrastructure. Now, many times at the time of implementation or a configurations or handling Azure services, you may be having a lot of questions been coming on your in front of your table, or many times you may be facing a lot of issues also. So that time, this book knowledge maybe is not sufficient for troubleshooting or investigating that. So that kind of a situation, you can refer this Microsoft Azure forums. You can post your queries or questions over the, so people around the world will be able to help you, saying that, hey, this Robin, do this one, or you can post your questions here. So people or the subject matter experts or architect will be available to help you. So if you are clicking on this link, this will take you into a TechNet forum kind of window. where you can able to post your questions. Now you can post your questions related to any products. It can be on an Active Directory or it can be related to Azure services on a firewall or a virtual machines. People around the world will be ready to help you in a voluntary way. Now, only one point you need to remember for posting a questions here, you need to have an ID. So you need to just create a free account because you need to have a valid Microsoft ID to be in place. So then only you'll be able to post the questions. So bookmark this link. This will always help you. But when we are start working on in a Microsoft Azure side. Now, other few link for you. There's a Microsoft learning portal where you can able to see all the latest certifications, details, and path and details you can able to get it. That's called learning community blog. So this link you can able to bookmark it. This will give you a latest information about the Microsoft latest portal. Look like this has been moved to. Wait 1 second. I think there is a link. I have given a wrong link last. There is a typo happened. So this is the right link for you. And just a bit after .aspx, I given one bracket also that the reason Joshua it's been not is you are getting a message like I cannot found. It was a typo when I was quickly I was typing on in a chat window. I added one extra. I just reposted the link again. Now that will work for you. So all the learnings, blogs, and the related details you can able to get it from this portal. Now I can give you the latest Microsoft posters or the latest certification links also. Let me post it here. So if you can refer this link, this is giving a PDF copy of the latest Microsoft certifications. I just pasted one more link on the chat. This will give you a detailed certification path. You can click on this one. This will give you a detailed certification from Microsoft. These are the program and the certification is available. It's very beautifully. It's been organized here based on your the areas like which areas like it's like if you're from a security compliance side, what are the certification you need to do and what is the right roadmap which you need to do. All this information is available. This one. So take a printout of this one. This is the latest updated Microsoft training certification poster. This has been updated. I remember it's on the August the last. This poster has been released. So after that, there is no much changes happened on the certification part. So you can refer this part. There is no new certification has been released. Now, if you're from a cyber security background, you can check one more certification called SC100 also. Look like yeah, SC100 has been mentioned here. Has been mentioned here. So this here it's already mentioned here. Cybersecurity architect program. On the right side bottom, you can able to see there is a one certification program. AC100 is Microsoft release that is being included in the August poster. So this certification also you can able to refer it. Now for Microsoft Azure blog link where you can able to get all the latest informations or what is happening on in a Microsoft Azure, which include the latest preview or a generally available or a news. You maybe read yesterday Microsoft is when released some changes on a Microsoft Azure PowerShell. So not in the PowerShell, on the firewall side. So this kind of the latest information so, or the Azure private resolver is been released day before yesterday. So this kind of the latest information you can able to get it from the Microsoft Azure blog link. So you can bookmark also this. So this all links will be helpful whenever you're going for an operation role. So this link you can refer it. That's about Microsoft Azure additional resource which you can able to use in your day-to-day operations. Now coming on into AZ801 program, let me take you on to the 801 program. Just give me a second. 1 second, let me upload the presentations here. I hope you can able to see the slide. Okay, 1 second. Let me upload it. Just give me a second. Look like it's been not loaded. Let me see where this is not loading. Just give me a second. 1 second. Let me upload it again. Just give me a second. Thank you, Hemel, for the nice comments. Yeah, I'm just uploading the PPT once again. Look like some issue with the Teams. I hope you can able to see now. I've been used another presentation now. Hello. I think my host is got uh, disconnected. Just give me a second. Look like my ID is the secondary ID is got disconnected. I'm just rejoining Teams. When I was trying to upload it, I by mistake I closed this button. It's a crazy Monday for me. So let me re-upload it. First, let me rejoin. Surag, I may need your help for making my secondary ID also host it again. By mistake, I given close button. Yes, I've been joined using the second ID now. Let me promote him. Yeah, I by mistake I've been cancelled my ID. So let me. Yes. So thank you, Suraj. I hope you can able to see the screen right away. Yeah, it's like closing a wrong window. I mean, close the Teams itself. Okay. Now, right away, we are discussing about a program called 801. So this is an advanced training program from Microsoft. So let's try to understand what are the topics is being covered under 801 program. So basically, this 801 program, it's an advanced program from Microsoft. Basically, it's been talks about management of Azure infrastructures, and it's been covered about. Second. This basically discussing about the OS management or a hybrid administrator role. I'm just giving a scenario in your organization. Now, last couple of weeks, we were discussing about moving the existing infrastructure from on-premises or a co-location to the cloud infrastructure. So we understood if you're using a in a normal or in a traditional model, or already we understood there are different type of IT infrastructure is been currently it's been available on in a organization, right? So in the AZ900 or it's in the AZ104 program, we understood there is a three type of infrastructure currently it's been available in your organization. The first one was it's about on-premises one. So we understood like the on-premises one scenarios, the entire infrastructure is being hosted in your own host in your infrastructure itself, right? The servers or in the rack or the network devices or the old IT infrastructure was on inside your on-premises one. So that was the scenario was available in the on-premises one, like the servers or the rack and all the infrastructure was available on in the on-premise itself. So we understood we have a on-premises is the, what went wrong here. We have a on-premises infrastructure is being available in your organization. On-premises means that end-to-end uh, data center or end-to-end infrastructure is being completely managed by the on-premises solutions. Then we had a discussions about a co-location also. Co-location means that in the IT infrastructure model, or if you're taking a data center stack layers, a couple of components is being managed by the vendor, especially the power or a cooling facility is being handled by the co-location one. It's been like called co-location one. You maybe heard about like NTT data or a DRT kind of vendors are helping or it's been managing the components. Now on-premises scenario, if you're taking the entire data center layers, that means if you're taking a data center, you have a facility has been coming to picture, you have a network components has been coming, you have a OS component is coming. If you are taking a data part or application, so everything is being managed by us. Now, when you're moving on in a cloud scenario, if you're taking on-premises or a co-location, the entire infrastructure is being moving to the cloud. So that's generally the right term or a terminology we are using in a normal or in a cloud scenarios. It's called lift and shift. You may be using a term called lift and shift, or the term we are using called rehosting. Now, if you're taking this kind of a model, or the complete infrastructure is being moved into a cloud infrastructure. That means whatever components which we were hosting inside a colocation one, or which we were hosting inside a colocation one, the completely the service is being moved into a cloud, which include the Active Directory or a DNS or a DHCP or a file server or a storage service. Whatever service we were hosting inside on a colocation or on premises is being completely moved into a cloud scenarios. That was the first situation. Second situation is like due to some GDPR or due to some office or a legacy dependency, uh, we may be using or we may be holding few service inside your colocation or your on-premise itself. I'm just giving a scenario like you have an organization where you have been implemented a domain controller. You have a 10,000 plus users has been available. Now migrating all that users from a existing data room or a data center or a on-premises infrastructure to cloud, practically it's not possible, or practically you have some challenges been available. So your management is decided, hey Robin, you don't need to migrate or you don't need to move. existing DHCP, or you don't need to move your data center uh, for your Active Directory to on-premises to a cloud. So organization is decided we'll continue with the existing on-premises and with a couple of critical components. But all the workstations or VMs or rest of the service you've been migrated into a cloud. So you have a kind of a split kind of a scenarios here, because 20 percentage of your infrastructure is been currently it's been hosted inside your organization itself. Basically, like if you're taking an organization like your DFS or a file or a storage or all some critical workload, it's been available in your on premises. So you need to have some kind of a scenarios, or you need to have some kind of a solutions, or some kind of administration is been coming where you need to manage on premises, and you need to at the same time you need to manage a cloud also. And the same time you need to have a valid connectivity between on premises to cloud also. So this is the kind of scenarios you have available in front of you. So you need to have some kind of a solution, basically known as a hybrid solution. What do you mean hybrid solution? You are working in a customer place, or in a project, or in solutions where you need to handle a on-premises workloads or a services, plus all the service which you are hosting on in a cloud also. This kind of scenario is basically known as a hybrid solution, or in some books you may be knowing this as a called hybrid cloud computing. So on premises to cloud kind of a model. So AZ 800 program, or 801 program, it's been talks about management of this kind of a solutions, because you are in a kind of a solutions where you are responsible for managing the on premises, or you are the person who's been needs to manage the active directory, or DFS. You maybe heard about a component called ADDS, right? In a few years before, Sachin may be knowing, like a LDAP was the service was using, right? Then 2008 onwards, the Active Directory, the component or the LDAP service, which has been supported on in a Microsoft Cloud, basically it's known as a Active Directory, right? So in 2008 onwards, there is some changes happened on the Active Directory. Basically, that's known as ADDS. There is a couple of changes happened on the Active Directory part, that's called ADDS or ADLDS or ADFS or ADCS. So this kind of Active Directory components are using. Now about this course, Windows Server 801 program, basically it's been covering about the Windows Server hybrid administrator part. Basically about talking about how to manage the VM, how to secure VM, how we can able to integrate with your existing Active Directory. This components is been covered under this one. So basically, it's been covering about the ISAS management. Now, if you're taking the course contents, it's been a nutshell. If you're seeing here, it's been talks about managing the configuration or a management of the Windows Server on-premises one. Talks about how this can be connected with the hybrid or a ISAS products, and we'll be discussing about cloud infrastructure management. We are trying to cover a couple of compute or a network or a storage kind of a components. So this will be included here. Now, if you want to get a detailed Microsoft AZ801 course curriculum, let me paste you a link. You can just go to Google and type AZ801. So right away, you can able to see this has been pointing to Microsoft Learning Portal. Now, if you're clicking here, this is beautiful. It's giving a beautiful summary about this program, what it's been covered, and what is the relevance of this program. It's been covered here, so you can able to see. It's like this has been talks about ISAS platform, and this has been covering about the Windows Server environment, how this has been working, and how the on-premise solutions or how the security or identity management can be done in on hybrid kind of a scenarios. These details you can able to uh, see it on the this portal. Let me paste this link on the chat window so you can bookmark it. Let me just share this link on the chat window. So I request everyone to complete this one. Now I have one more request to you. For completing this one, you may be able to see here like a part of this one. There is a some detail is being given here, so you need to uh, refer this page. Right now it's saying that, hey, student or a candidate, like if you want to write this exam, there is one more relevant exam you need to write it. You may be able to see on the below this tips channel, right? There is a green color symbol, you can able to see a green color box, you can able to see it. It's saying that for getting a certification, this one, it's mandatory that one more related exam you need to write it. If we can able to see here, so like just go to the certification poster. It's saying that in case if you want to get this hybrid administrator badge or a certification, it's mandatory that along with that there is a one more certification you need to write. What is the certification number? You need to pass a program code AZ800. So for getting a hybrid administrator certification, one certification is not sufficient. You need to write 800 program also. So let me paste the 800 link here. I think this we are typing here. Yeah, this is the link for you. So this is the link for AZ800 program. So if anyone is planning to write a certification end of this event, make sure that you are clearing or you are attending 800 program also. This both program is been mandatory. One is been talks about the management, one is talks about the advance of the hybrid administration part. So both exam is relevant for you. Now, if you're taking 801, but if you're going for writing an exam, it's mandatory that you need to go to a Prometric center or from your home itself, you can able to write this one. Now, if you want to schedule the exam, first of all, you need to understand the passing mark for this one. It's been 800. So in case if you're going for writing any exam, the passing percentage for the exam is always it's been 800. So this is a passing mark. So if you're going for any exams like passing mark for any Microsoft certification, it's been 800. Generally, you'll have a 180 minutes is the planned scheduled time. So generally 150 minutes for the writing the exam and 30 minutes for the check-in or the preparation part. Uh, Generally, you can expect 40 to 61 or 65 questions you can expect, 800 or 801, or if you're going for writing any other certifications. Um, there are few certifications like you will have a simulations and case studies. In case if you're going for any fundamentals kind of a program, you will not have any labs also. But 80 and 800 program, you can expect labs also. And 700 is the passing percentage. There is no the cut score or the passing mark for the 801. It's been like 700 is the passing score. So you will have a case studies and you will have a scenario based questions also you can able to expect. Now, I like can give you some one public domain right now. I used to use for getting a questions like a simulating question. I'm not doing any website promotions here, but I used to refer this website. This having almost all the latest questions or a simulated questions you can able to uh, see it on this portal. There's a free portal has been available. I'm not promoting that vendor here. Just for your information, as a learner, I used to refer this website. This may be helpful for you in case if you are looking for some kind of a questions. You can refer this website, or you in the same 801 portal itself. The portal link right away it's been posted. I'm not promoting that vendor or that portal. I'm just from my learning, I'm referring that website. It's been helpful for you also. Now the passing score has been 700. Now if you want to get some batching videos, or it's like you want to get some sandbox access or some study guide, if you want to get it, you can able to get it in the Microsoft portal itself. This is a PDF document you can able to see all the detailed and beautiful step-by-step procedure or the module information is been available in the HCR portal itself. Okay. Now, if you go to this 801 portal, if you're connecting, you can able to see there is a sandbox and exam details you can able to see. Now, if you want to um, plan your exam, you can refer this one, the same portal itself. The right side, you can able to see how to schedule the exam. If you're connected from the US, it's been $165. Now, based on the country from where you've been connected or where you're planning to write the exam, you can use this one. For example, like if you've been connected from Sri Lanka, just give this one so you can able to see what is the cost for this exam. And if you're connected from Philippines and Bangladesh, yeah, uh, Pravas, you can able to clear now. So all questions has been available and almost 90-95 questions generally used to get from the. Now we have a people who's been connected from Myanmar, Philippines, Bangladesh, Nepal, India, and different parts of the world. It's been connected here. So based on your country, you can select it here. For example, like I have a few people who's been connected from Myanmar here. So select the country as Myanmar, and if you're from India, select the country here so you can able to see the exam code, or it's the exam voucher or the exam um, code. You can able to set it here. Now left side you may be able to see there is an orange color symbol where you can able to schedule this one. You can just click on this one. This will take you into a page. It's basically a exam page, like it's called prometric, or it's been the pearson view kind of a page. There you'll be getting an option for scheduling your exam, right? You can able to select it right from a home of or on the home itself. Now better like in case if you want to write it from the home, you can able to write it from the home itself. You don't need to go into the Prometric Center. The one point you need to remember in case if you're writing from your home, make sure that you are sitting in a closed room and there is no additional gadget or a additional device is being kept inside the room. Make sure that 30 minutes before you are logging and checking, completing the all the formalities. This one. So prefer to write it from the home itself. Now, that is the way generally we used to go for writing an exam. Now, during this event, I know you may be looking for a kind of handout or a material. So, one option is been like the same portal itself is a reference material for you. Previously, Microsoft, or it's like we were doing a handout. Now that mode of deliveries got changed. Right now, Microsoft is giving or enabling, or they want all the people in to go for the Microsoft products. So it's a free product. So the free handout it's been available in the Microsoft portal itself. The same link you can able to use it. Now this is giving a beautiful details like what are the percentage of the questions you can expect, or what are the uh, categories we are able to cover in this program. You can able to see in this portal. So this even we are trying to cover 5 categories of topics here. We'll be starting with the Windows Server security part. Like we'll be covering about NSG. We'll be talks about Microsoft Windows Defender, firewall. We'll talk about Microsoft Azure firewall, how these rules and permissions can be configured. Then we'll be moving to the availability part. Then we'll be moving to the DR part, and we'll be covering about the troubleshooting part, the commonly asked questions or commonly getting issues in the customer side. All the troubleshooting or monitoring part will be covered. Now, this is a percentage you can able to see. This sheet it's been updated it's been available till November. Now if you're selecting here, it's been giving a module based or a chapter based handouts. Now the first portion is been like how to secure a Windows server. If you're selecting here, you can able to see the handout. You can able to see there is some knowledge check. Now the one advice I have always here, it's been like, in case if you're referring this document, it's not mandatory that you need to create an account and you need to sign in. Right now I have been connected without a sign, but as a student or as a learner, I prefer you to log in with the account, because whenever you're completing any module, there will be some points you've been added to your account. So this will be updated in your transcript also. So in case if tomorrow it's some any organization is asking like share me your certifications transcript. So all these points also will be showing there how many modules of learning it's been completed and what is your roadmap. All these details you can able to do. So you can able to see all these details here to make sure that um, you can able to see here again. You can able to see you are getting some blue points, kind of not blue points, some kind of points will be added to your account. So this link has been always refer, can be able to refer for um, referring the handouts or the materials here. So this is a 801. The same kind of handout you can able to see for rest of the products also. Like if you go to AZ800, if you just scroll down on the same kind of handouts or a module, you will be able to see it here. Now that's about the course contents part. Now for writing a AZ801, this is the preliminary or this is the options or the certifications you can follow, right? Like before writing a 801, you can able to write 800 training certifications. Then you can go for the 801. Right now you can able to see, right, you can able to complete 800 program like administrating Windows Server Hybrid Core Administrator. Then you can move to the 801. Once you complete both the certifications, like 800 plus 801, you will be getting a badge, hybrid administrator badge. In case if you cleared only one, you will not be eligible, or you are not eligible for getting a hybrid administrator badge. So make sure that you are writing both the exams. That's an important point. Now, coming on the certification areas, these are the 5 categories of the topics we are covering in the next 5 days. We'll be covering about securing, how to secure the Windows servers, and we'll be discussing about how to provide availability on the Windows servers. We'll be touching few points on the, or the few areas on the DR or a disaster recovery part, and we'll be discussing about the migration, and finally we'll be ending to on the uh, monitoring and the troubleshoot part. There I'll be trying to cover some case studies and scenarios commonly getting questions, or the common issues which generally we are facing in production scenarios. So these are the modules I'm planning to cover. It's been like we'll be starting with the Windows Server security, and we'll be discussing about hybrid scenarios and DR and other part. It's be covering. These are the 5 modules we'll be covering the next 5 days. So today I'll be discussing NSG part, and tomorrow onwards a more practical related part on the hybrid scenarios or availability part I'll be covering. Now, 9 modules we have. It's not the 5. It's been 9 modules: upgradation, and the patch management, and hybrid, and the performance monitoring. This is the 9 modules we are planning to cover in the next 5 days. Whenever you're going for a complete 5 days program, basically it's been a 32 hours of a training program. It's 32 hours means that daily 8 hours. So this is the day generally we used to plan. So like these are the modules in a day-wise plans we have, and we are trying to cover, or at least trying to touch up all these points in the next 5 days. Okay. Now Sachin has been pasted a few points on this one for migrations. Sachin will be planning, will be covering all the migration or upgrade path on the Windows server. So already it's been included in the agenda. We'll be covering that portion. Course material I already covered. We can use this skill pipe kind of thing. Now, a hands-on lab, you can use the sandbox, or you can use the Microsoft free account. In case if you're not familiar with me, Microsoft free account link, let me post it on the chat window. So in case if you're not created any free account, you can use this link. This is the link where you can create a Microsoft free account. So Microsoft is giving 30 days of free account for you. So this link you can refer it. So I just pasted this one. So if you're clicking here, um, this will be taking to a page or a link or a site where you can create a uh, Microsoft free account. So generally Microsoft is giving $200 free worth or a free account to you. So because all of us know, so in case if you want to use any Microsoft product, this has been working kind of in a OpEx model. What do you mean by OpEx model? Any idea from anyone? What do you mean by OpEx model? You maybe heard about a concept of OpEx or a CapEx, right? So this similar like how you're using a Uber or electricity in your home, right? Right now you're sitting in front of a laptop, and in front of you, you can able to see you have a tube or a light is been running, right? We are not sure how this electricity is being produced, right? Because generally, one second. Okay. Yes, we are getting a question like, is it possible to possible to create a free account in Myanmar? I'll come to that point. So let me discuss a few points about the free account for doing a lab. Either you need to have a account is been mandatory. Now, all of us may be using a Netflix or a Amazon Prime Video or a Hotstar or a C5. There are different OTT platform we are using, right? uh, all of us already know if I need to use this OTT platform, whether it's a Netflix or a Amazon Prime Video, you need to have an account to be in place, right? First, generally, you have created a account, then you have gone for an option of a subscription, right? So with the help of subscription, we are watching the movies or watching the series or watching this whatever product, so it's been available on that one. So it's mandatory that you need to have an account is in place, and you need to have a subscription also in place. Now, in case if you're using 801 or 800 or any Azure certification or training program, it's mandatory that you need to have an account to be in place, and you need to have a valid subscription for doing a lab. Now, for getting an account or a subscription, there are multiple methods or options we have in front of you. One option has been like, you can create a free account. A few people who already attended this event in the past, they already created an account. So all of us already using a free account who is attended this training event in the past. In case if you are not attended, let me share you some information to you, because we want all the members to complete the lab. We want all the members to do a practical also this for this one. So in case if you're not any labs or it's been not done any account creation, um, you can go visit the website link which have been pasted few minutes before on the chat window. If you are clicking on that, this will take you into a page where you can create a free account. Free account means that Microsoft is saying 30 days you can use my product in a free way. That means like a $200 Microsoft is be giving to you. Now few people may be getting a question, what is the use of this $200? Because all of us already know Microsoft has been working kind of in a OpEx kind of a model. Now, you may be getting another question. What is OpEx? OpEx stands for operational expenditure. And there is one more finance term generally we are using in a cloud, that's called CapEx also. What is the difference between OpEx and CapEx? Can anyone comment it on the chat window? CapEx and OpEx, have you heard about this? Let me share you a nice lecture note also for this one. So this will be able to help you. I just pasted a few points for you. It will be helpful for you too. So that's maybe Adrian maybe used a Azure students account. That's the reason I'm coming to that. It's Adrian you maybe used the Azure student account. That's the reason $100 validity you are getting. I do cancel the account, and does the Microsoft charge me $200? I'll come to that point. Skyway, someone has been logged in with the Skyway. I'll come to that point. Yes. Is right away we are discussing about a capex and opex. So whenever you're creating a, or it's been like provisioning a data center, or if you're purchasing an asset in your data center. Or I'm just giving a scenario like right away you're attending this session using a laptop, right? So who invested that money for purchasing a laptop? Can you comment it on this one? This by you only, right? You spend a money using a credit card, or there is some investment is been done from your side. Now, when it is go back to your office, you in your office, in your data center or a data room, you may be using n number of products, right? You may be using a router, you may be using a switch, you may be using a physical server, you may be using a another other lot of servers or a workstation. So there is a lot of investment is being done from your side. So this investment is being on a different products. It's like it can be on the physical asset. So who is been owning this one? This is being owning by your company, or who is been owning that solution. But the same time, there is a lot of expenses you needed for ensuring that your service is been up and running. In your office, if you're taking your administrators, their salary, it's like who is being provided, and the electricity bill, the cooling bill, and the physical security bill. There is a lot of components be involved for ensuring that the investment or the physical infrastructure asset which you've been deployed in your organization is working. So there is a lot of amount is been running on that. So that generally it's been considered as an operational expenditure. That's been every month you may have to pay this one. Now I'm just giving a scenario like you want to go to your office today, like your office is in X place, and from your home you need to go to your office. How generally you will be traveling? One option is like the mode of transportations, like you can use your own car. Okay, this is a car. Okay, I'm not a good drawer, that's the reason I just wrote it here. The mode of transport you can use it in case of in a car, you may be using like your own car. Own car, what is the advantage you are getting if you are using your own car, and what are the concerns or the challenges you have? uh, One, it's been like obviously you need to have you need to know driving, right? So driving skill is needed. Second thing, it's been like you need to have another option is been like a Uber kind, or a Uber or Ola kind of or a taxi kind of options you can use. What is the advantage you are getting if you're using Uber or or a taxi? Because based on the consumption, or based on the how many kilometers you mean travel, only the amount you need to pay it, right? You are not worrying about the insurance, you are not worrying about the fuel, you are not worrying about the driving, you are not worrying about the parking, you are not worrying about other issues, right? Because end of this travel, you are paying based on the price tag, or based on the how many kilometers you have been paid. So this is generally known as a kind of a OpEx, or generally this is as a kind of a pay as you go model. What do you mean pay as you go model? Once you're paid, you're not worried about the rest of the things. So similar kind of a model we are using in a cloud infrastructure also. Because in a previously, if you're taking a data center or a data room, all the infrastructure or all the asset was purchased and owned by you. Now we are changing the mode of operation, saying that I'm not going to purchase any server, because previously you are responsible for purchasing a Cisco routers, or you are responsible for purchasing Dell or HP or X or Y products, and you are responsible for mounting on in a rack. You are responsible for cabling that, you are responsible for the configuring this one. End to end activities was done by us. Now that situation is being changed, that mode of operation is got changed here. Now we are connecting with a CSP. What do you mean CSP? The cloud service provider. And I'm saying, I'm connecting to Microsoft and saying like, hey Microsoft, give me three servers. Now based on the consumption, I'll pay the money. Now if the three servers, now this new year has been coming, now I'm hosting a e-commercial website. Now I need few servers only for 3 months. Now, if I'm using a traditional or a on-premises mode of operation, if I have purchased the three server after New Year, that asset is going to be a dead asset for me, because I'm not going to use that physical server. Now, if I'm using a cloud kind of a scenario, based on the consumption only, I need to pay to the Microsoft, because 3 months, if I'm provisioned a server from a cloud, only for the 3 months, how many minutes I have used, only that money I need to pay to the Microsoft. Now I know you may be having a lot of question on about the security on the data. You may be a lot of question about like how my data is being secured. Don't worry, because the next 5 days we are going to discuss about how to secure data, how to secure VM, and what are the recommendation is being available from the Microsoft, or what is the standard practice is being available in front of you. Right now we've been diverted from a topic called free account. Now, in case if you want to use Microsoft Cloud solution, either you need to have a free account to be available with you, or you need to have a pay as you go model or any kind of uh, valid account to be available with you. Now, I can see Hosni has been raising the hand. Hosni, is there any questions you want to ask? Then I request you to use the chat window. Or if it is by mistake, can you just comment it on the chat window? Is really you want to interrupt this one on ask some question related to that. Let's have a discussion and debate on that. Asni, if you ask some questions, so can you just comment it on the chat window? I can see you raise your hand. No problems. No problems. Okay. Okay. Now, for using an account, you need to have a valid free account to be available. So one option is been like free account. You have a free account. Is a 30 days is been available. Now for creating this one, you can click on the link which have been provided to you, and you can go to Microsoft portal, and with the help of some additional documents, because at the time of creation of account, you need to provide few details like a credit card, you need to provide a mobile number, you need to provide a valid email ID. These details you need to provide. Now, once you created this one, there is a $200 will be added to your account. So with the help of that, you can able to create the service. Now there's a couple of points you need to remember here. You are able to use this account. Now we understood, like for creating account, there's a few details is been mandatory. Now the few points here for using this account, you are eligible to use $200. $200 uh, will be available in the bucket. So with the help of that, you can able to create a Microsoft Azure virtual machines, or it's been like you can able to work with the storage or any service on the Microsoft portal. Now this account have a validity only for 30 days. Only 30 days only you are able to use this one. After 30 days, this $200 will be reduced into zero automatically, and the account also it's been disabled. In case if you have not upgraded your account, there is one more concept called upgrade. You need to upgrade your account into pay as you go model. In case if you are not upgraded, your account won't be able to use after 30 days. Now, few people may be having a doubt also here. There is a two doubt generally will get. Is it possible to move this account to $200 into my bank account? No, you will not have any option for moving this money into your bank account. There is no such option is been available here. This $200 can be used only for managing or creating or provisioning of your Azure resource. Another question has been like, is it possible to install or configure the production services here? Yes. If you want to configure a production service or any production resources here, that can be able to do it here. But the point you need to remember, in case if you are not upgraded, that production server or a production service will be disabled after 30 days. Now, we understood like based on the minutes or based on the consumption, Microsoft has been deducting the amount from your $200. I'm giving a scenario like have use some 10 or 20 mission in the first or 2 to 3 days. Within a 3 days, my amount is being reduced into zero. What is the options we have? Because in 3 days, my amount is being reduced into $100. What is the option is been available in front of us? Then no option available, because only option is being available in front of us is like after 3 days you have to convert into pay as you go model. In case if you're not converted, you will not be in a position to convert that one. Ready? Now I'm covering all these basic topics, even though it's that our training event is on 801. Since most of the majority of the people are first time it's been joined, that the reason I'm just trying to help you on the creating of that one. Now, another point, it's been like 30 days, it's the only validity. So in case if your bucket is been over, only option is been like um, either you need to go for a pay as you go kind of a model. This is something like in your college or a school days, we are getting some pocket money, and you have option in like this pocket money you can use 30 days, or in the first 2 3 days if you are purchase some biryani, or it's like you're gone for some movies or a shopping, then uh, the rest of the days you need to uh, go to school or a college without a money pocket money. There's a options here. Now, there are a few countries. There is a couple of questions I can see on the chat window. Now, few people may be having a question like a credit card. Is Microsoft will do a automatic renewal of my account after 30 days? No. The credit card is only for a validity or its validity purpose only, just to ensure that you are whatever account you've been using, it's been securely, it's been validated. Only for the validation purpose, this credit card it's been using. Generally, if you're connected from India or a few countries, generally this will be charged ₹1, but after 2 or 3 days, this ₹1 will be credited back to your account also. Now, in case if you're not having any credit card, few countries this debit card also, few companies banks accounts debit card also it's been supporting. So you can just try with your debit card also. In India, few companies debit card has been working, so you can try with your debit card as well. Now, if you're from a student's background, Microsoft is giving a free account for the students also. So you can just refer this website. For a students, there is a $100 free account is been giving to you. So this is the link you can give. That we need to check it like from which country it's been you've been connected, that you need to check with the bank. So generally few countries the debit card and credit card has been supporting, but from based on the countries we need to just check it. Now in a normally if you're seeing here, this is the FAQ link you can refer, or frequently asked questions you can able to see it from this portal, or the commonly frequently asked questions you can see it here. Now if you're connecting to Microsoft FAQ portal, in the bottom, if you're seeing like it's a few people ask like, it's been supported in Myanmar? We need to just check it here. Is the country it's been supported? Myanmar, I think it's really not supported because I'm not seeing here. You can just check it this one. There's a which country this has been supported here. I think someone is asking the chat is been supported in the Myanmar, that we need to check in the portal. This is the 140 countries Microsoft has been giving a free account. So you can refer this page, and you can just check which country you've been connected. But most of the countries been I can see here. Just refer it which country you've been connected, and whether that country has been supported free account or not, that you can able to see it from here. And there is a couple of commonly asked question also you can able to see it from here, like what other type of the services can be able to configure, how this is being configured, all this information you'll be able to see it from here. Now this is about the free account part. Now, do you need working with a hybrid solution? Yes, we need carry this completely hybrid kind of a mode. It's been like on-premises solutions, on-premises management. Everything has been it's been covered here. This typically the all courses content is been related to the hybrid cloud part only. So it's been a hybrid solution. It's been covered here. Now let's go back to this session. So we need to have a for completing this sessions or this AZ801 program, you need to have a valid free account to be in place. Now let's go back. So lab has been mandated. Labs you need to do a lot of labs are coming. So need to make sure that you need to have a lab has been available and you're practicing that. Now additional resources been have been already covered. That's about the general idea about this 801 program. Now, if you have any question related to the account creation, let me know. We can have a one next couple of minutes for a discussion on that. Or if you're good, let's start with the first topic. So we'll be starting with the first topic called how to secure your Microsoft infrastructure event. That's the first topic we are planning to cover. Implementing security solution in a hybrid scenarios. This is the first topic we are going to cover. Now, before that, if you have any question related to the account creation or any other general questions, if you are able to uh, discuss this. So the first portion, it's about implementing security solution in hybrid scenarios. If you're good, can you just comment it on the chat? Okay, so few people has been commented. It's been like good to go. Okay, so let's go for the chapter one. Yes, thank you. Yeah. Now, last couple of days, we have discussed about the implementation part, how the VM can be implemented in the cloud. We have seen like the connectivity part. We have seen like how to create a VNet, how the IP address or the subnet, everything it's been configured. Now, today's sessions, we are trying to discuss about a couple of points. How the security can be configured in a virtual machine side. There's a couple of terminologies been coming here. You maybe heard about a topic called IaaS, PaaS, and SaaS. Right away, I'm not going to discuss that because this you need to refer the old Discord video links. So this chapter we are trying to discuss about Windows Server network security, how the security can be provided, how the what option is available on the Microsoft side, what are the security solution is being available on the Microsoft side, and what are the products is being supported here, and how the security can be configured on a Microsoft side. Now, the first chapter is about like providing a VM security. Once you are configured a virtual machines on in a Microsoft portal, how the security uh, can be provided into your virtual machines can be provided on a Microsoft side. So we'll be discussing about a couple of points. We'll be starting with the network security group. Then we'll be moving to the application security group. Then we'll be discussing about a concept called network hardening, how we can able to do a adaptive network hardening. And we'll be covering about Microsoft Azure firewall. And we'll have some kind of a comparison between internal firewall and Microsoft Defender and NSG group. And we'll be discussing about the network watch. These are the few points we are planning to cover today. Before moving to the network security part, the first portions or the first module of the session is called how to secure Windows servers. Let's start with a topic called connectivity. Now, how to provide a Microsoft network components. So this is the scenario we are trying to simulate it here. Right now, you're working for an organization. It's called condozo.com, and this already having a data room or a data center is already implemented in the organization. Now, after the sessions, they have been decided like we'll be migrating all their infrastructure into the Microsoft cloud. But at the same time, a couple of services has been hosting in the on-premises data center itself. So the throughout the sessions, we are trying to simulate a Microsoft, Condozo company, and they having a lot of servers are running with the Windows Server 2012. We need to migrate that 2012 to 2019 and latest operating system like 2022. How the migration can be done in a on-premises scenarios. We'll try to cover about how this can be done in a cloud scenarios also. Now the migration or the lift and shift is been done. How this can be managed? What are the options we have doing for instance migration from a on-premises to the cloud scenarios? How the connectivity can be provided on in a hybrid scenarios? And what are the options been available for providing a security into a VM? In terms of a storage or in terms of in a physical security or in terms of in a OS security, and we'll be covering about all these points. Now, the first portions I'm trying to cover it's about the connectivity part. Now let's go back to the whiteboard. Can you comment what do you may what are your understanding about VM? If someone has been talks about a VM here, what is your understanding about that topic? Can you just comment it on your on the chat? If someone is saying like it's called IaaS VM, what do you mean by IaaS VM or a VM? Can you just comment it? Someone is saying like it's a VM. I'm working on a new VM. What is your thought or it's like what your understanding about this? Okay, so this basically not VM, not VM backup. I'm talking about VM, what's called virtual machines. Now I'm taking a typical scenario in a on-premises one. Now in a on-premises scenarios, we used to install the operating system on top of the hardware, right? Yes, it's a top of a hardware. It's a top of a hardware. It's called VM info. Okay, good. Now, if you're taking a in a normal or a legacy traditional deployment, if someone has been looking for a server, we used to purchase a box. It's called generally that box is known as a server. But the right definition for server is always like if any box or if any operating system, if they are providing a service, that's generally known as a server. So I'm not going for a definition part. I'm talking about in a normal traditional scenario. Uh, the mode of operation generally we were doing like we used to take a server physical box. On top of that, we used to install an operating system. This operating system can be Windows Server 12, Windows Server 2022, Linux, or it can be Citrix, or it can be Sun Solaris. This type of different server operating system we were using. Now, top of that operating system, on top of the hardware, you have installed an operating system. This similar like how you have installed your desktop operating system on your laptop or a desktop. Right now, you're attending this session using a laptop, right? You may be using Windows 10 or a Windows 11. So this was the initial days. It's been like we were using, right? On top of a hardware, you are installing operating system, and top of that, your application is in running. Application can be MS Office or it's been a Corel Draw or Adobe Photoshop or X or Y products. So this was the scenario in olden days, but depends upon the complexity of infrastructure. People were not able to afford many servers due to many reasons, right? Because you need uh, facilities needed for hosting that. So that the reason people have started using a concept called hypervisor. I think someone has been commented on a chat a term called hypervisor. What do you mean by hypervisor? On top of a physical server, we used to install a software or a big software called hypervisor. So this hypervisor has been kind of a simulating software, like you're virtualizing. That means you are slicing your physical hardware, right? Because if you're taking olden days, if you have 100 or a 200 physical servers, if you have, and if you're analyzing the total utilization, this may be 2% or a 3% was the total resource utilization. So management decided instead of purchasing multiple assets, we can't be use this one, the same server itself. That's the reason it's been came with a software called hypervisor. Hypervisor will allow you to virtually slice your hardware. For example, like I have a one physical server has been available with me. I'll install a hypervisor. On top of that, it's giving a provision to create multiple VMs. This hypervisor it can be available in different modes. Basically, this is known as a type 1 hypervisor and you have a type 2 hypervisor. Also, there's a two type of hypervisor generally it's been available. Like you have a type 1 and type 2 hypervisor kind of based on how this has been installed. um, if you're getting a free time, you can just have some self study on a two topic called type 1 hypervisor and type 2 hypervisor. Basically, the cloud computing, it's been backend, it's been using a hypervisor only. So you need to have a detailed understanding about how this type 1 or a type 2 hypervisors are generally it's been configured. Now, I'm not discussing about the hypervisor portion right away here. Or you may be heard about a few products in the market. If you're hearing about this product, you may be understanding this one. If you're typing type 1, you may be heard about Microsoft Hyper-V or Microsoft vSphere, or few people may be using a term called Microsoft VMware ESX. Or type 2, you maybe heard about a Microsoft product called VirtualBox, or you maybe heard about a product called VMware Workstation kind of a products, right? So this kind of a products you can able to use, and you can slice it your hardware. It's not physically you're breaking this one. It's not that your resource utilization is low. So your boss is saying like, hey, Robin, you need to use this physical server for two virtual machine. You're not going with a knife and breaking your physical server, right? Instead of that, you are installing this hypervisor, and with the help of that software, you are creating multiple VMs. That is the way generally it's been working. That's called hypervisor. Now the technology is being changed. Now the VM or the virtual machine, the physical server which you've been hosted, it's been moved into a cloud. So you've been moved this one into a Microsoft cloud. What Microsoft cloud is been doing now, Sachin is been saying like if the request session manager, Sachin, they are from a non-tech background. They are responsible for answering general questions only. Technical question needs to be answered by me. For these sessions, we don't have any core tech trainer has been available on the chat has been monitoring. So I need to manage this one. Okay. Now, possible all the questions can post. I can possible end of the session. I can answer it. That can be right away. Now let's come back to the session. Now we have seen like how the VM is been configured, or how the virtual machine or the server was been provisioned in the past. So right now with the entire infrastructure is moving to cloud. Now generally there will be a concept is been coming here that's called Microsoft Azure region also, wherever the Microsoft is hosting a data center, generally that generally known as Microsoft Azure regions. Region is nothing, it's a geographical area where Microsoft is having a multiple data centers that generally known as a Microsoft Azure regions. Almost 56 plus regions they have, 140 plus countries Microsoft is having a data center. Now if you want to get more details about regions, you can refer this website. I'm just pasting this link on the chat window also. This is the details about Microsoft regions. You can able to see here, and Microsoft regions, and the products being supported in each region. I'm just pasting the second link also. This is the link you can refer for understanding the products is being supported in each regions. Now right away it's been like the virtual machine, the machine, the computer, or which we were using in a on premises, or we were using on in a collocation or in a hypervisor. It's been completely, it's been switched into a cloud. So what do you mean by VM here? VM stands for the virtual machine, because you are virtualizing your uh, workstation or a server which you are hosting on a hypervisor or on a cloud. So that's the reason this is known as a VM. It's called virtual machines. Now, why I'm using a term called IaaS? Because in the AZ900 or a AZ104 program, uh, already we understood NIST is the organization. It's been beautifully explained, or it's been defined a cloud computing. That time you may be already seen like based on the responsibility, who's what cloud service provider has been handling and what you're handling. Based on that, there is a classification is being done. You may be heard about a term called ISAS, SAS, or a PAS. These are the different service deployment models we have. So with the help of that, there are different classification is being done on in a Microsoft or in a general cloud service provider. So basically the virtual machine or a compute resource which you are using on in a Microsoft portal, basically this has been coming under the IaaS category. IaaS category means that as a cloud admin or as a system administrator, I'll be start getting or I am getting a flexibility to control from the operating system onwards. That's the reason this is called uh, Azure or the IaaS product. Now, right away, before moving to the network security group, let's try to understand the 3 points here. Now, you are planning to create a VM on in a Microsoft portal. Then we'll be discussing about how to connect to the VM. Then we'll be moving about a concept called how to protect the server, gem server or a gateway server. Then we'll be moving to the bastion service. So this is the few portion we are trying to cover this one. Now we have only 13 minutes been left, so we'll try to create a VM today, and tomorrow we'll be starting with the gem server, bastion service. Then we'll be moving to the network security of the VM part. Now let's try to create a VM first, because all the 801 program we need to have a VM to be available in the Microsoft portal. Now let me connect you into the Microsoft portal. One second. I'm just trying to connect to the Microsoft portal now. One second. I'm just trying to connect. I hope all of us know for managing or connecting to Microsoft portal. This is the link you need to use it. I'm just pasting the link on the chat window. So we used to use a portal code portal.azure.com. Basically, there is a 5 method or a mode generally we are using. Right away, there is a management tools generally we are seeing. One, it's been like you can use a portal.azure.com. Right away, you can able to see there is a browser based link have been pasted. Second one, it's if you are good in the command ways, you can use a Microsoft PowerShell. Then you have an option of Microsoft Cloud Shell. You can use a Cloud Shell. And if you're good in the command line, you can use Microsoft CLI option you can use, or you can use another tool called Azure SDK. So these are the few uh, links or the few management tool generally we are using for uh, controlling or managing the um, infrastructure on the Microsoft cloud side. Now, right away, we are all the AZ A01 program. We are focusing on the portal waste management. Right away, you may be able to see I have been pasted one link. So I'm trying to connect it this Microsoft portal using that link. So once you have an account, it's been available, you can use the same account. So I'm just giving my username and password. Let me give me a second. Let me type my personal information. Then after that, I'll share my screen. Just give me a second. Just waiting for a code. Ready? So I hope you can able to see the Microsoft Azure portal. Now, right now we are in a customer place. We are trying to understand the hybrid solutions here. So for understanding hybrid solution, we need to have a physical or on-premises solutions needed. Plus, you need to have some VM is been available on the Microsoft Cloud also. So the first portion of this training or event, we are trying to understand the management of the VM, how to protect, how to provide a security on the VM side. Now let's try to create a first VM here. I'm just trying to create a first VM. For creating a virtual machines, you can go to the virtual machine tab here. So whatever screen or whatever bar you are seeing on the left side, this is basically known as a resource panel here. Now I'm just clicking on here. I'm selecting the first VM. I'm just right away, I'm just selecting my account. Resource group already have been linked. I'm just giving like a resource group. I'm just giving like a cloud patch. I'm just giving resource group is cloud patch. So I'm just giving cloud batch here. VM name is given server one. Data center I'm going to use it's in East US. East US has been selected. Selected. I'm just giving Windows data center. Username and password I'm given. So this NSG part I'm coming to that point. So right away I'm just selecting this one. I'm creating a VM. So on top of this VM only, or the course contents or the course trainings we are planning to work it, right? What are configurations or what are security options we are going to enable, it's been going on top of this VM only. Now, all the rest of the components like a disk, network management, monitoring, all the components will be discussed in the next couple of days because few components is being connected directly with the security product. So during that time, we'll have some discussion around that. Right away, we are making our lab for. So as if you're saying like I've been creating a VM very fast. Okay, no problem. Like Rasif, I'll help you. Yes, once. Now, Rasif, if you want to create a VM, you have a multiple options you have available in front of me. One option is been like you can go to a marketplace. Marketplace has been like a place like a supermarket kind of thing in a Microsoft Azure portal. It's been showing almost 8,000 plus products. Based on Rasif requirement, you can type the VMs or the names here. For example, like if you are looking for a Windows server, you can just type a Windows server here, and this will display here, and you will be getting an option called create. This is the one option. Second option, you can able to see a bar in the left side of this. Select an option called virtual machine. You can able to see an option called virtual machine, because if you added in a favorite, you can able to select it here, and here you can have an option called create button. Click on the create button. Now when you selected the create button here, one window will be opened here. Now there you can able to see a couple of options here like a basic, disk, networking, management, monitoring, advanced, tag, and review, and a create. Now all of us already knowing, in case if I need to create any resource means that any manageable component inside a Microsoft Azure, basically that is known as a resource. Now, if you are seeing here, like if you want to create any resource on a Microsoft, we need to have a valid subscription to be available, because all your subscriptions or all billing has been done against to the subscription only. So we need to have a valid subscription to be available. So there is a subscription detail needs to be provided. Basically, if you are taking an organization, generally will have multiple subscriptions be available in your organization. So you can use that one. So like this is the subscription has been available for me. So I can select the subscription. Now, always make sure that you need to have a valid logical container that's been created, that basically known as a resource group. I can see there's a few people is maybe new to this cloud. I'll do one thing. Let me share you some lecture note related to the subscription and resource group and account creation. So I'll share with the Surag, and this will be uploaded in the Discord portal. So it's been easy to follow that. So let me try to give you that details soon. Possible end of the event, I'll try to give this one, so you'll not have any kind of a difficulty to follow this one. Now, subscription resource group, this is a place we need to use this one. Skyway is asking like, does Azure can also be used in Hyper-V manage? No, Skyway, it's been Microsoft data center is using Hyper-V on the backend for creating this one. So yeah, Fabric controller and orchestrator has been working hand to hand with Hyper-V in the backend. Now, this is a place as if you can able to give the logical container, like you can able to give the and there's a place you can give the server name. So I'm just giving like it's been server 2 or 3, whatever you base on the your customer requirement, you can give the virtual name. And region is something the data center, which data center you want to create your VM. Uh, Technically, we'll be considering 2 points for creating a VM. One, it's been like based on the user availability from which country the users are being connected. From the that location will be nearby location or geography will be connecting. Second one option is been like based on the price tag also. Each region Microsoft are having different options. Azure we can also manage using Hyper-V Manager. No, as Sachin mentioned, we'll be using Azure VM Admin Center can be used, or I'll be coming about a couple of other terminologies here, like Azure Bastion Service or Gem Server kind of options also we are using. I'm coming to that point. So right away, Rasif, I hope your question has been got clear. Now, right away, you can able to see we have a one virtual machine has been created here. So you can able to see there is a one virtual machine has been created. Now, management of the virtual machines and how this can be able to manage from the Microsoft portal. We have a detailed discussion tomorrow. We'll be discussing about the management of the IaaS or management of how Bastion services, how network security rules can be created on this one. Yes, next I will be covering about VPN and firewall also. So we'll be creating about a VPN in the upcoming sessions. All the 3 VPN terminologies also it's been covered. I'll not be in a position to create a Azure Express route because we don't have any partner edge account that's been available. So rest 2 portion, I'll be able to cover this one. And Sachin's point, like admin center also we have a sessions we have, it's been included here. I'll be covering that. So tomorrow we'll be starting with a concept of a Bastion services, and we'll be jumping to the network security and application security, how to block the website on a VM, and how we can able to do website management on the VM, what we've been configured on the Microsoft portal. And I'll be covering completing the Azure firewall also. So tomorrow it's been more practical oriented or the demo based session only. Today I've been trying to give you some summary about this event, how it's been planned, the certifications, everything. And next 4 days, it's been more into the service oriented one. So we are on time today. And Surya, if you can want to add anything. No, it's not the same, Adrian. Adrian is tomorrow onwards is not same. It's been completely different. AZ104 topic is been not covered here. This has been completely different topic. There are few concept has been coming. There is few topic because it's been coming because AZ104 it's a top view being covered, right? So, but more into the um, configuration part has been coming here. 365, Sandeep will not be able to do all this one. We are using A1 subscription, right? You will not be able to. You need to have a Azure free account to be created. If Microsoft 365 free account, that may be the right option. You can just go to a Active license and you can able to perform. Okay. So Surya, if you're there and if you can help me to post that Discord link and attendance and feedback link, it's been good. So tomorrow, guys, we'll be moving on the practical side of this one. Pradeep, we have an attendance link. So yes, Suraj has been pasting this Discord link. So I request everyone to subscribe or follow this link first. And attendance is only 1 day. So but so this attendance, the form of his link has been covered. So you can use that. And the feedback link also has been shared soon. And whatever programs you are looking, you can um, post it there so we can organize the similar kind of event in the future. Now, tomorrow morning, agenda for tomorrow's session, we'll be completing the network security group. And second one, we'll be completing the firewall. And I'll try to show you some couple of website blocking or whitelisting. We'll be covering about application group, and we'll do a detailed comparison of NSG and Azure firewall. And we'll be moving on the hardening part of this, and we'll try to complete the Microsoft Azure Bastion service, and we'll be moving to the securing the rest of the topic. Not mandatory, Sky. Um, you can manage with the portal also. It's not that you need to have a PowerShell knowledge. No, not. We let's go for the normal GUI based management. PowerShell possible work once you are confident on Azure um, portal management. We can go for this. Yes, certificate. If you are attending all the 5 days, you will be getting not 1 day, all the 5 days. Sandeep, you can use that account. We don't have any issue, but in case if you are making any issues, for example, like you enabled some service and that went wrong, that may affect the entire company. So as a vendor, I'm not recommending to use that because many times like people make some small mistake that may impact the employee or the student. So we don't want that. So we are not preparing that. So thank you, team. So it's a 3 hours event. So we try to give you some light on the AZ801 program today, and tomorrow onwards, ensure that you're coming with a notepad and a book also, because tomorrow onwards it's been more practical oriented. So you need to note down all the details. So either you can use Microsoft eNote or OneNote, or you can take a notepad or pen also. Okay. So thank you, team. Your week has been starting today. So wish you a nice week for everyone. It's been wishing a fruitful week to everyone. And talk to you tomorrow on time. There will not be any delay tomorrow. We'll be starting on time. Make sure that everyone has been using the same link for joining this one. Okay, and record a session will be uploading on the Discord link. And I'll try to share you some AZ 900 and 10 documents also, because majority of the people has been joined the first time. So ensuring that you also it's been able to pick up yourself. So we'll try to share you some documents related. So tomorrow I'll do one thing. I'll spend an additional 30 minutes of my time in case if you have any uh, uh, general question related to Azure, I can help you on that. So tomorrow, possible end of the event, 30 minutes I'll spend time with you. So in case if you have any other general question, all that can be answered during that. So thank you, team. So wish you have a great day and talk to you tomorrow. So thank you, Surag and Fatimas, for arranging this session, coordinating this one. So there is a lot of preparations done from your side also. Thank you for that. So talk to you tomorrow. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you all.